sector, starting with a daily chart of AEM, Agnico Eagle. I want to make the point that I have eliminated any stocks I don't hold. Why talk about them if I don't hold them? And also, this is not an exhaustive list of the gold stocks that I hold. It's just my preferred list and the more substantial items and the less speculative items, in my opinion. So, AEM, it's a bull market, eh? You could bring this up here and say there's the next support level, 129, 130. But let's leave it at this important support level right here. It's a bull trending market, not particularly overbought on a daily chart. Quality gold stock. Alamos Gold, AGI. I held it with some, let's say questioning about management, and it hasn't exactly been something I've been interested enough to look into too deeply and to worry about. But I think there was a little overpromise, underdeliver, and some question of management aligned with shareholders. But quality gold stock in quality regions, and I decided to hold on to it, especially since it's in a taxable account and I didn't want to pay the taxes. So it has responded and remained bullish after this long consolidation. This would technically be looking for new highs of some kind. B2 Gold, so these two, they're richly valued, as is WPM, but there are stocks like B2, EQX, Equinox, New Gold, which is far along into its turnaround. We'll get to it. These are my laggards that I want to see turn around, and they're making good strides in that area. B2 Gold had the issues with the Mali government, which I think are, they've taken a hit there, but it's been smoothed over. My interest is in the Goose project in Canada. My main interest is the chart, and that continues to be in base breakout mode above support. In fact, we could bring this on up here. Once again, I don't review these charts before I start the video. I want to be discovering what I'm seeing, even as you are as well. Yeah, nice base breakout. If they keep the operations on track and Goose ramps up, this looks like a good value buy down in here, and it's a hold for me. And speaking of which, EQX a couple weeks ago finally fulfilled its promise to shareholders, and I, going here to the daily chart, fortuitously added it the week before the big upside. I am holding this because I think that they've been straightening out operations, divesting here and there, and focusing. And I think this stock has a good future. But being a technical analyst, I also think the stock has broken out of a base definitively on volume holding. KGC, I don't really look at. Remember, I'm not a gold stock analyst. In fact, being a stock analyst is probably the furthest thing from any interest of mine. I do love TA, I do love macro fundamental analysis, the environment in which these stocks reside. And as you know, I'm very positive on that and have been for quite some time now in this new phase in the macro. KGC, uptrending, overbought, sure. But when do these stop? I'm not going to sell just because something is overbought. I may hedge. It's usually an unsatisfying endeavor. I may add to positions on pullbacks, but I don't want to sell a bull market, even though we're, in essence, as we noted in NFTRH this past weekend, I think HUI hit 493 last week. The target is 500 plus or minus. So we've gotten into the plus or minus tolerance zone, and gold stocks are at target, by the way. Target is not a stop sign, it's just the target I've had for several years, and it has been registered for all intents and purposes. But KGC, let's go out to a 5-year view. Let's go out to a longer view. Yeah, so this is looking for new highs. It's on a power drive here. It's overbought, crazy overbought on the monthly chart. What can I do? I could sell it. It's not like my most ultra core key holding, but I don't see any reason to sell right now. I'm not going to be afraid of momentum when I think that other more mainstream investors and investment entities out there are just catching on and starting to momo the gold stock sector. Moving on to New Gold, it's another one that was added as a turnaround play, and turnaround it has. This one featuring Rainy River, which is the mine that I believe there were some operational problems there early on, but they're getting that smoothed out, and New Gold is trying to take out this high over here. Either way, it broke out of a base down here long ago, took out another level and turned it to support, another level which it is trying to turn to support at this point. But it's one where I'd ask, why would I sell it unless I'm ready to cash out of the whole sector? Let's go on to the mine developer, Rio 2. So yeah, this is one I should mention. I added a second position, or actually bought back a previously sold position in New Gold. Got to take some profits somewhere. But I bought that back on a recent pullback. And the same exact thing with Rio. TSXV symbol RIO.V. I took a profit somewhere up here, bought back that position on this pullback toward the 50-day average. It's an uptrend. It's nice that it ticked a higher high here and has so far held a higher low, and a nice test of the 50-day, or not quite, in a good illustration of how they don't always let you come to a nice, neat support level before heading back up again. Triple Flag, Gold and Silver Royalty Company, bullish. I think I mentioned last time I bought this consolidation. It did the right thing and broke upward from it, came back, made a test, again, hovering above the 50-day average. And while volume is not compelling, this could be the next leg up in it. Either way, I'm holding it. Got to keep some good quality stuff around. And speaking of which, the richly valued sector leader, Wheaton Precious Metals, which I should have owned much earlier and was remiss in not catching it and taking my eye off of it, quite frankly. But as I also mentioned in the last update, the last video, I swapped out Royal Gold on an increase in that price and bought WPM as its price was decreasing to the 50-day average. So if all goes well, it will have held the 50-day average and will turn up. And that brings us to the end of this little gold stock rundown. Have a nice day.